Mm. Oh. Welcome to Meaningful Mornings. On Monday nights at 9, Sumanji and I facilitate a space called Seeking Culture. This is a large gathering of those between the age of 17 and 28, our college students and those who have recently graduated own. It's a specific range. In this space, this year, we've explored Vibhishana Gita from the Ramayana. The word Vibhishana means the one who has no fear. Yet in this map, Vibhishana is the one who's struggling with fear. He is sharing with Bhagavan Rama, don't you see Ravana's chariot, weapons, armor? And Bhagavan Rama shares with Vibhishana, you are using sight instead of insight. Don't you feel my chariot, weapons, armor? These are values. And as Bhagavan Rama guides Vibhishana, he grows out of just being named Vibhishana. Lots of us have these beautiful names, like Vani and Darshan and Nitya and Yatin, but do we actually live by those names? To be questioned. And what this shows for us, using our sight is like IQ. It doesn't make us fearless. When we use vision or insight, that is SQ, that fearlessness comes to manifest. The last aspect of this whole symbolism relates to Bhagavan Rama's armor. The verb he associates with that is puja. Puja means to invoke. He says this invocation begins with a vipra and then evolves to a guru. Please reflect lots. When you hear the word puja, I know your minds go to a certain space, a controlled environment. But who's teaching now? Bhagavan Rama. He is sharing about puja, but he's not saying in a space with an icon. A vipra is one who talks the talk. They are talking about and from maps. So we should invoke them. We should follow them. But again, this evolves to guru. What is the difference between a vipra and a guru? A guru doesn't just talk the talk, but actually walks the talk. Doesn't just share about and from the map, but follows the map. In this space, we have now completed 32 weeks, or we're about to complete 32 weeks of seeking culture really 10 courses in our community. And so different community members are sharing about dakshana and dana. They're sharing about how grateful they are and how this is our responsibility to express this as dana. As one of our seekers was sharing this in seeking culture, it occurred to me while I was listening to him, in our community, we have a class, a space every single day in the AM. In our community, we have a class, we have a space every single day in the PM. Between 5 guides who are working so hard and smart to ensure anyone who wants to feel their guide map divinity, that this is accessible. I especially zoom into this for all of us because 1 week from today, we celebrate our connection to contentment. I especially share this with all of us because these are the final 40 mornings on the Bhagavad Gita. Monday, June 10th, we will complete 1,080 mornings of the Bhagavad Gita. And then I will leave. I will go to Bharat, I will go to Nepal, I will go to China. And who knows what will happen. Maybe I'll stay with Bhagwan Shiva and Kailasha. Coming back to the details on divinity. Ujjwami Tejomayananda had shared. All cannot engage in the same action. Yet, all can engage in their actions with the same attitude. Later today, I will go to Oaks Park. At Oaks Park, when I was in high school and elementary school, I would compete there in track and field. Now, there's a long jump pit, there's a shot put pit, there's a track. All cannot engage in the same action, but the same attitude can be engaged by that long jumper, shot putter, runner. Yes, everyone. And that's why Sri Krishna is zooming into not the action, but the attitude. Who are you living for? The lowest live for themselves only. More evolved, this is us climbing oneself and others. More evolved, others and oneself, but the most evolved. The attitude is to live for others. Building into this system on composition, in verse 40, Sri Krishna had shared, all are conditioned by the gunas. The least conditioning is in sattva. It is sattva. It is like sat. In English, quietness. Quietness is close to sat or silence. Magnifying this more, in verse 41, Sri Krishna has shared, attitude is a gauge of one's evolution, not action. And so for us, are you focusing on clothing or caring? We tend to feel those who are more evolved wear specific clothing. But Sri Krishna himself is sharing it's not about your clothing, it is about your caring. Who are you caring for? And I know for some, we're so habituated to live for oneself and others. I pointed that out as family people. Accept it, then climb. And as we climb higher and higher, eventually we will reach a point where we'll have to jump, where there is no other. There is just oneness. Now in verse 42, which we're about to open up, leading into this, the 4 varnas, or colors that Sri Krishna has shared. The Brahmana is a thinker. The Kshatriya is a leader. The Vaishya is a mobilizer. And the Shudra is a worker. I'm defining these words so we can relate to them more. Sri Krishna is about to teach about a Brahmana or a thinker. A Brahmana or a thinker is not born as a Brahmana or a thinker. Just like you can't be born as a Sanatana Dharma. On paper you can. But a Brahmana thinker, a Sanatana Dharmi, is one who follows. And that's why in Sanatana Dharma there is no conversion. It is not external. It is internal. Pujya Swami Chinmayananda has written, today's Brahmana is one who is claiming his distinction by birth alone, and alas, he gets no reverence because he has not striven to deserve it. Please purge. That varna means caste, because as soon as you say that, it's external. The atrocities of the caste system has happened. I am not denying that. I'm only trying to reconcile that. We move into verse 42. Shamo damastapa shaucham kshantir arjavam evacha jnanam vijnanamastikhyam brahma karma swabhavajam. Joy. Quarter by quarter, for those who were in yesterday's lovely Narada Bhakti Sutra class. For me, it was especially lovely. Remember, I highlighted how awesome our Bhakti study and our Gita study are aligned. In this verse, 9 responsibilities of a thinker are shared. Here's what they are. Number 1, Shama. A Brahmana is the one who is quiet. Number 2, Dhamma. A thinker is the one who is calm. Number 3, Tapa. The thinker is one who renounces their comfort zone. Specifically relating to this chapter, they don't depend on results. They don't live to be liked. Number 4, Shaucha, the one who is organized. Number 5, Shanti, the one who absorbs. Shanti means forgives. First, you have to absorb to forgive. The acronym or code by which I've been teaching this is KMF. Absorb, keep moving forward. Number 6, Arjava, the one who is integrated. What they think, they say, what they say, they act towards. They're simple, and so all they do is more efficient. Number 7, Jnana, the one who is knowledgeable. Number 8, Vijnana, the one who is wise. Jnana in the Upanishad would be Shrotriya, one who is eloquent. And Vijnana in the Upanishad would be Nishtha, the one who's experienced. Which is more important? AI will be eloquent. AI will not be experienced. It is only someone whose experiences you can relate to that will transform you. How does one go from knowledge to wisdom? Astikya. That is number 9. This means to be faithful. I'm reading an insight from Puja Swami Chinmayananda. Lovely writings. Unless one has a deep faith in what one has studied and lived, the living itself will not be enthusiastic and full. This ardency of conviction, which is the motive force behind one who lives what he has understood, is the secret sustaining power that steadily converts knowledge into wisdom. This inner order, this intellectual honesty, this subtle, unflagging enthusiasm is called faith. Typically, the notion of a Brahmana is one who learns and teaches, or the one who studies and shares. But if you reflect on these 9 responsibilities, none of them are a karma. They are not actions. They are all a bhava. They are all attitudes. Some are gross, like the one who has a calm body. Some are subtle, like the one who has an organized mind. Some are causal, the one who is filled with faith. This chapter on practice will only mean or be meaningful to you if you internalize, if you personalize. From inspiration to application, your application yesterday was for you to decide what varna or color are you based on who you are living for. You can share. My honest, humble reflection is I am a Kshatriya Brahmana. Outwardly, I am a Shudra. I'm disheveled. I wear clothes that don't match, etc. But I'm way past clothing. I'm way into caring, and I hope and pray you are too. Your application for this morning, 1 week until Puja Swami Chinmayananda's 108th birthday, I want you to envision how would Puja Swami Chinmayananda feel about our community? What would be one word that he would say if we could all be with him and we would ask, how do you feel about us? Shanti, 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 be joy.